because there are the old migrants who came from new territories, Hong Kong, China, and originally they came over as economic migrants after the rice price fell across the world. They set up catering industry, so they were not really in the position to go into politics themselves, and they were just earning a living. And then there are those of us who came from the Commonwealth, Malaysia, Singapore, and we came to study and we settled here. And now there's the new migrants, a lot more coming from mainland China. They've come as students as well. Some may go back to China, some may stay on. And with the new changes actually, and not just affecting the Chinese, but all different groups, we're finding that the more highly skilled are allowed to come, but not the lower skilled, which rather distorts the balance within British society, because does it mean that the immigrants will become more highly qualified and have better earning jobs, and how will the local people feel? Will they be resentful of that? So all these will lead to a lot of imbalances and resentment, and if we have a strategic view of our immigration policy, we should take all these things into consideration. It's interesting you say that, because what I'm trying to persuade people I speak to is that there's a new narrative now. For example, we're trading with the BRIC countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and we don't want to see the Chinese or the immigrants as takers. In fact, a lot of the immigrants here of all backgrounds are net contributors, and it's really important to recognize the value of immigration to British society. From my personal value in running these elections, it's really funny because I've now got a Weibo account, and I understand that there are 300 million people who are followers on Weibo, which is like the equivalent of Twitter in China, but also 15% are outside of China, so they are the Chinese diaspora who are on Weibo. And the exciting thing for me is if I can use my platform to speak a bit about the democratic process and to help people understand the value of people power, as it were, of governments being answerable to the people rather than an autocratic system, then it's quite exciting. And I'm saying this without wanting to subvert any governments at all, but it's really important that the world's moving on with 21st century globalization. The borders are actually getting more invisible, and it's not just in immigration terms, but in terms of trade and international cultural exchanges, and social media, of course, have revolutionized the world in more ways than one.